Well, thank you so much for helping my project. Could you say a few words about yourself?
Okay, yes. So my name is Mivida. I'm currently a senior at Klein Kane High School, and I want to major in business in the future.
What interests you about business?
So I have had a passion for business since I was like 8 or 7, and this is mainly because my whole family being a part of business. So as I grew up, I saw the business culture around me, so that's what like inspired me the most.
Do you have a particular business in mind?
Yes, I want to go more into the marketing field.
Okay.
Yeah.
And talking about marketing, did you know that NASA is planning to send astronauts to the moon?
Oh, that's actually very exciting. I did not know that.
Well, you wouldn't be alone. Out of all the people I've interviewed, only about maybe 20% of them did. Even those around NASA, like literally right across the street.
Yeah.
So as a potential person to go into marketing, what do you think NASA needs to do different so that more people know?
I feel like they should involve content that also touches people like at a younger generation. I feel like more teenagers and get on platforms where teenagers are. So since they would know, because they're gonna be like the upcoming adults of society, so if they would know, I feel like it's gonna spread like much faster. That's just my thinking.
So you're talking about like TikTok and Instagram, those types.
Yeah, and like create content that teenagers would watch, so they'd be more aware of what's happening around.
And what content is that? What does that look like?
I feel like right now what's most popular is like those fun short videos that's getting posted around. So on many apps like TikTok and Instagram, they're posting that videos and making it educational in some way. So from watching that, like just 10 seconds, they learn something or like something else from it. So I'd say that.
Then maybe like some type of goofy thing,
Yeah,
funny or...
like a little funny thing, like an entertainment type of thing, yeah.
Something that you go, oh wow, this is neat, I need to forward it to my friends. And
Yeah.
they're like, wow, this is neat, I need to forward it to my friends. Sometimes will go viral.
Something like that, yeah.
So you said that you thought going to the moon was cool, but what do you hope we get out of it? Like what would make you happy for us to do?
So one thing I would say is if we can start building, like, you know how Earth is, there's different societies, people, like actual life. If there's like actual life on the moon, that would fascinate me the most. Like if people actually started living there and actually built like homes or just starting a new life.
Like if you looked up at the sky and you see the moon and there's like the dark spot and you like see lights like blinking or stuff, you're like, oh, those are people.
Yeah, right. That would be really fun, like interesting to see, in my opinion.
When you think about the future of humanity, do you think at some point we're living on multiple planets?
I think so, yeah. I believe it. Because I don't know if it's true or not, but some research said that they were finding water in Mars or something. So I feel like life could exist because they have resources that humans need to like survive. So I believe so.
And like how soon, like most optimistically, do you think we have people living on other planets?
I don't think in this lifetime, but I hope like in the next 100 or 150 years, like I think so. I can see it.
You don't see yourself living 150 years?
I don't see myself living in 150 years, but I see people in living on moon or Mars, yeah.
If you could you take a trip to space?
If there was a return ticket, I would. Not the one-way ticket when it's like 6 months only.
Right. I mean, like just to orbit and back, or maybe to the moon and
then come back after, yeah.
That you do that. Do you think you'll get a chance in your lifetime?
In my life, I don't think so. I don't think I will, but I hope.
Now, imagine this. So you're a senior at Klein Kane High School here in Klein, Texas.
Yeah.
This video is being watched by a senior in high school in Mars 200 years from now who's doing a research project about like this time in humanity. What do you think would be good for them to include so they could get an A on their paper?
So life on Earth.
Yeah, so they're like looking back and they're like, how did we end up going to Mars? What were people thinking about as we took those next steps on the moon, you know?
So I think the most important thing would be the concept of NASA and rockets and how, like the study behind it, like how much work they put in to like go this far. So I feel like that's one of the main things, and just literally just the education that went through it. That would be, or boom. Like the training, like at NASA when you go, they show you different places where they train the people. So I feel like that's one important thing they should add in the paper. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much, and good luck on, I'm sure I'll see many of your marketing efforts in the future.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.